Welcome to the Shoe Tree Brewcast, where we talk about the latest in all things shoe tree. Also, sometimes we talk about mushrooms. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Jeff and Paul Young. Okay, welcome everybody.
Welcome to the Brewcast.
All right, so let's just jump right into this sucker, and we can talk about some new and upcoming beers.
Yeah, for sure.
We can start off with Ryan down in Minden is brewing a couple new things. He's got a Munich Dunkel
Lager. He's got a Dunkel Weiss.
Aha.
And he's got a Dortmunder.
Okay.
Some kind of classic dark German beers are going to be coming.
Some old world stuff.
Out of Minden. So, for those beer geeks out there, that's going to be some fun classic styles coming out. So
that's exciting. And then for Carson, I think Straw Nana, I'm expecting to be on draft, hopefully both places, but at least in Carson by early next week. And the same with Handshake King.
Yeah.
That will be on draft and in cans.
And the Straw Nana is a sour?
Yes, it is a strawberry banana sour beer. And that was kind of the brainchild of our Bobby Mumbles.
Yep. It's definitely like a brew lab test run, but from what we've been tasting, I think it's going to be a crowd favorite, unless you're Beth. Our bartender that hates banana.
Yeah, she will probably not be on the fan page for that one. But, let's see, what else do we got? Oh, on one that's in the tank that's kind of fun is blueberry rhubarb. It's kind of hard to say, but we're going to call it like a blue barb, essentially.
I like that. Yeah, I think you and Mumbles came up with that when I was gone. And I like that idea of not doing a strawberry rhubarb. Messing with it. So
we played with it a little bit. It was between blackberry and blueberry, and honestly, blueberry won because the name sounded a little bit better. So we'll see what that's like. But we may do a blackberry version of it in the
and
near
that's
future.
A sour as well.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Yep. And then other than that, we brewed Lahontan Brown this week. So if that does happen to fall off again, which we're hoping to avoid, we will have one shortly after. So or coming soon. So
been super cool to see that reception for the Lahontan Brown. So.
Yeah, I love that. We can barely keep up with it, so that's cool. Another one that's in the tank is one you guys have had before, but we're bringing it back as the fruit snacks.
Yep.
That will more than likely be late next week, if not into early the week after. We'll have to just see how it goes.
Just like we're waiting on some fruit, but we'll be rotating our sours a little more just out of necessity. Like we said, I think the last one, the tart cherry is gone indefinitely. So we're going to give it a little time and then see if it comes back. And if not, then might start tweaking the cherry godmother recipe to try to figure out how to brew it without it. But so in the meantime, we're going to see new, fun, different fruited sours kind of in its stead, but I think that's fun for us, and
we're having a blast coming up with
getting some new labels out. I think the Straw Nana is going to definitely need a label, so
I agree.
We're definitely getting excited to kind of bring you guys some fresh stuff, and then having some fun with it. So
next up, if you notice the sweet beanie that I'm wearing and you were wondering where can I get one of those, well, you can get them at the Tap House Carson right now, soon to come to Minden by Friday.
Minden tomorrow and Carson today.
Yeah, so look forward to those. Come check them out. Obviously, we didn't get them in time for Christmas, but it's still plenty freaking cold
You
out
notice
there.
they match our sweet scarves.
So if you did get a scarf and you want the matching hat, we can
We ordered it
accommodate
at
you.
the same time, but
For some reason,
super cool.
this one got lost for a little bit, but
Yeah.
now it's here.
They're thick, nice
yeah,
and
they're
heavy.
really nice. I like them, and they feel good. They're not like super tight on your head either.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I'm really
durable,
digging those.
solid beanie. So
Heck yeah.
come check those out. Both places by Friday.
Sweet.
I think one thing we definitely were excited to talk about and post the other day was the new canner arriving. I just can't like overstate how much this is going to help us
Yeah.
get more product out there to people. It's going to help us get more stuff just around Carson and around Minden into the stores. But it's also going to allow us to expand like out into the Reno market a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think we were saying earlier that it's basically it can do in like 1 hour what takes us a day right now. So
yeah. It was a while. We ordered it probably 4 or 5 months ago, and I think it's something crazy. Like it'll do a case every 2 minutes, and we average anywhere between like 5 to 10 cases an hour on our 2-head manual filler. So you can kind of look at that out like every 2 minutes. So you're like 30 cases an hour, if not more. So
yeah.
It's definitely going to be a game changer. The other thing is if you're a beer nerd, it's what's called counter pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So the fill is a lot nicer. Your purge is going to be nicer, so it's going to extend our shelf life. Even though I was pleasantly surprised with the manual filler with how it held up, how the product held up, this will be even better. And so, yeah, we're just super pumped, and it just basically means less, brute force labor.
Right. I think the staff is definitely the most excited about that because, we got the automated labeler. This thing is so much more automated than what they're used to. So, so much less labor intensive. So I think, they're excited to be able to.
Yeah, basically it's going to allow us to produce more beer in a couple ways. It gets beer out of the way. So if it's sitting in a bright tank, we can can up 2 weeks worth of beer right then and there, get it out of the way, and then get into that tank. But also the packaging aren't going to be packaging as many days a week. So then that leaves time to brew more beer, wash more kegs, do everything we need to do outside of that. So
get young Zach on that.
Yeah, we get Zach, who you saw
stand
starting to brew, gets him producing beer more than sitting there feeding cans all the time. So that's what it will translate to. So then hopefully like the poor Reno market who people are hitting me up all the time for beer, we can hopefully start to fill that that demand a little more and get more beer up to Reno, because we know people have been wanting it. And
I hear about it all the time, that's for sure. So everybody's excited about that, and this happens to be Thursday. We're doing this podcast day of, and tonight there's music in Minden, and that is Steve Hansen, right?
Yep.
He's filling in for Ev.
Ev couldn't make it. So Jen, who does our booking, said, the handsome Steven Hansen the second is filling in.
Oh, he's handsome.
That's what I hear. And
he's
then
handsome.
I've heard from the bartenders he's a crowd favorite. So you definitely don't want to miss it and catch it. That runs 6 to 8. You probably want to roll in a little before and save your seat. So
yeah, get yourself a beer and get ready for a good show.
Maybe have some, Pizza Factory or something next door, and
that's what I usually do.
Watch the show. So super good time. And then another thing that wasn't on the list, but it's looking like in February we're gonna have a beer dinner with Cooks down in Minden. It's looking like it's gonna be on Valentine's. So we've been chatting this week and setting a menu. So as those details come out, we'll be able to get you guys, how you get tickets and stuff. But super excited to have that on the calendar of coming up. So be on the lookout for that on our social media for sure.
Yeah. Thank you to Cooked for thinking of us for that too.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Seems really excited, and I think it's going to be a hit. So
yeah, the wheels are already turning on some special beers for that. So.
They do these like house-made raviolis that they can't keep up with all the time, and so he's gonna bust those out. It look like, and then come up with some other ideas. So it sounds like it's gonna be a real treat.
I love that. I love working with restaurants and trying to pair beers with different dishes and stuff. It just sort of brings your art to another level. So I appreciate that. Thanks to Cooked. And then that about wraps it for Shoe Tree stuff. We got just a little bit of 10 Gallon Spores. Yeah. We got our new tent, which is going to solve our fresh air exchange problem. Our last mushrooms were just a kind of itty bitty, and they just had some problems, and it turned out to be a fresh air exchange problem. And this new tent has a HEPA filter that allows us to get a fresh air exchange in there, and it should hopefully allow us to get those bigger fruits that we want, those big, beautiful mushrooms. So look forward to that, because got it set up yesterday, and we're going to start sticking some fruiting blocks in there soon. So hopefully we'll have... We took a video of us putting it together. We're going to post that soon as we get it edited to the 10 Gallon Spores, and then obviously we'll be posting as we fill it with fruiting blocks.
Yeah, so kind of worked out too, because we'll have one that's just going to be what's for colonizing, where we get the what's called grain spawn to then make our fruiting blocks. So we'll have one tent doing that, and then the other tent fruiting. So we're going to be able to expand our trial runs a lot more, and kind of get more of a professional setup going. So we got some cool stuff ordered and on the way that we'll be filling you guys in on. We're about to be doing some cool mad scientist stuff in here that I'm excited to learn and start figuring out. So
stay posted for that. But it's like and
if you haven't yet, 10 Gallon Spores on all the
social medias. That's the number 10 Gallon Spores.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest.
It's kind of a fun new year, right? Early in the year, we're going to get that canner, and we got the new tent, and we got some other new things on the way for the mushroom front. So lots of new stuff to play with for 2022.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And like you were saying, hopefully everyone had a good New Year's, and that we're putting 2021 behind us, and hopefully 2022 is just fun, new, different stuff. And 2021 was a big year for us, and then now
let's build on it.
We're building on it. So I'm just excited to get this rolling now that we'll have Menden open for a full year,
right?
New canner, and then hopefully put into motion some plans that aren't public yet. So keep an eye out on everything, because we're going to continue to grow, and
we got big
plans. And as those things get more firmed up, we'll be announcing them more and more. But so
that's about it.
That's it.
Happy New Year's, everybody, and cheers.
Cheers.